What's going on, everybody? This is Brian Mazique, aka Unique Mazique, the hardest working man in sports and gaming. I am a fight guy, a Forbes contributor, and I also write for Heavy.com. And we're going to talk today about UFC 249. The UFC is back, MMA is back, sports are back. I know a lot of people are happy. I, for one, am happy. I hope everybody stays safe in what is going to be a very different sort of UFC event with no fans at all in place at the VyStar Memorial Arena in Jacksonville, Florida. But I'm going to trust and hope that everyone involved has taken all the proper precautions to keep people safe. Let's jump into the first early prelim fight. We're going to talk about every single fight on this card, one fight at a time, one video at a time. So this time belongs to Ryan Spann and Sam Alvey. It's a light heavyweight bout. Now, first of all, let's take a look at the BetOnline odds for this particular fight. Ryan Spann, 28 years old, is a minus 410 favorite to win this fight. He is one of the biggest favorites on this card, wide. And Sam Alvey comes in 33 years old. For some reason, it seems like Sam Alvey's older than 33. I don't know why. He's just one of those guys. But he's a plus 310 underdog. So it's clear who the odds makers are favoring here without even very much wiggle room at all. So we're going to talk about whether or not that's justifiable or not. First, let's look at the last three fights. Spann clearly on a roll. 7 wins in a row. Last loss he had took place on the Dana White Tuesday Night Contender Series against Carl Robertson. He was TKO'd, vicious elbows, but to his credit, he has bounced back and, like I said, won 7 fights in a row. In his last 3, he's defeated Luis Enrique, Antonio Rogerio Nogueira, and Devin Clark. 2 of those 3 wins have come by stoppage, so he's on a roll. Sam Alvey, not so much. 3-fight losing streak. As a matter of fact, he has not won a fight in nearly 2 years. Last win, 2018 in June. So he's coming up on 2 full years since he found that W. So he, in his last 3 fights, has lost to Nogueira. He's also lost to Jimmy Crute, and most recently, Clydeson Abreu. Clearly, he has to get a win. This is as close to a must-win situation that you can find. 3 losses in a row is terrible, but 4 losses in a row is when you start worrying that you're going to get that phone call that you're going to be released from the roster. And if you're Smilin Sam Alvey, yeah, you might be able to find your way onto a roster with Bellator, maybe even one championship. We're talking about changing everything up if that's the case. 33 years old. It's not as if he has this really super magnetic sort of a presence where he's going to be able to command all sorts of dollars. So this is a really important fight for Sam Alvey to win. Who's trending up and who's trending down? It's clear. Spann is flying high. 7 fights in a row. He's won. He's 5 years younger than Sam Alvey. Alvey's everything is pointing downward right now. He's in a could be a career-saving situation. But trends, ups and downs, they don't win fights. What wins fights is the styles, the stats, those sort of things. That way, that whole thing breaks down. So let's look at some of the fight statistics going into this particular bout. Ryan Spann still has the edge here, though. If you look at the height, he's 6'5". Sam Alvey, 6'2", gives up 3 inches in height there, gives up 4 inches in reach. Ryan Spann comes in with a 79-inch reach, 75-inch reach for Sam Alvey. Things are not looking good, especially when you consider the styles, which I'm going to get into in a second. But even when you look at strikes absorbed per minute, neither one of these guys have excellent stand-up defense, but Sam Alvey is absorbing over 3 shots per minute, which doesn't speak a lot for his overall striking defense. And as he gets older, it seems as though he's eating more shots than he used to. And I just don't know I know that that's not a great way to be going into a fight with somebody like Ryan Spann, who's a big, strong, like heavyweight who can really crack. But stats are one thing, but we know styles make fights. Both of these guys would prefer to keep things standing. And usually Sam Alvey has a way of drawing people in. He's an excellent counterpuncher, and he's able to take advantage of over exuberant opponents. Ryan Spann could fall into that because he is a younger fighter. He is looking to prove himself. But I gotta believe, as much as these guys have waited to get this on, as we've gone through all of these different changes in regards to trying to actually see this event take place, It would shock me if he runs in, knowing the type of fighter that Sam Alvey is, and runs into something stupid. I think he takes his time. I think he picks Sam Alvey apart, and I think he wins either by first or second round KO. You hate to see something like that happen to Smilin Sam, but unfortunately, I think he's headed for his fourth loss in a row. I appreciate you watching. If you dig this pick and if you dig the content on this channel, you got to hit subscribe. You got to click that notifications bell. As I said, I'm going through the entire UFC 249 card. I appreciate you watching. God bless and peace.